Hello, I'm Tracy Grimshaw. Welcome to A Current Affair. Tonight, the notorious Spiderman Burglar and how he got caught in a web of his own making. Live to reporter Rowan Wen with the details. Rowan?
Well, Tracy, they call him the Spider-Man, but this guy is no superhero. In fact, he is a criminal. For more than 7 years, Barry John Williams targeted some of Melbourne's most affluent suburbs, finding 2- and 3-storey houses and robbing them. So how did he come unstuck? Well, tonight we're going to bring you the exclusive police video where the criminal confesses to the crimes and explains what went wrong. Let's take a look.
Were you looking around for cameras at the time?
Yeah.
Yep. Always do.
The CCTV vision in the end was extremely important.
Barry John Williams is a one-man crime wave. And tonight we'll show you how this professional thief, dubbed the Spiderman Burglar, was brought to justice by Victoria Police.
The investigation was quite large and extensive and obviously ran for a fair amount of time.
For years, Williams cast his web wide, scaling walls and drain pipes, stealing hundreds of thousands of dollars from unsuspecting homeowners and sparking an international police investigation.
It was an extensive police investigation which involved ourselves, Victoria Police, New South Wales Police and the New Zealand Police Services.
Tonight, we unmask the Spider-Man. A Current Affair has obtained exclusive access to never-before-seen police interviews.
Did you burgle that premises?
Yes.
And so you do remember it now?
Yep.
And do you remember what you got from the property?
Cash.
Do you remember how much?
145,000.
And do you know what denominations that was in and how? Can you tell me how?
Folded. When I saw it, honestly, I thought, drug me.
We'll tell you what Williams did and the slip-ups he made that cost him his freedom.
That's definitely you on the on that CCTV.
Yep.
Okay.
Williams' crime wave began in 2007. He just lost his job and decided to fall back on skills he learnt a long time ago.
A bit of background, how did you come to be involved in committing burglary as a crime?
I was taught from a young age.
Okay.
Yeah.
What, by
some
an older person?
Yeah.
Okay. And what were you taught?
Just taught to how to break into a house.
But Williams was no dumb crim. His plan was to evade police by stealing from homes a long way from his home. Williams would travel from the New South Wales Central Coast to Melbourne, where he would target some of the city's most exclusive suburbs like Kew, Hawthorn, Baldwin, Camberwell, Toorak and Brighton.
I just know the area. I know Melbourne quite good.
And Williams had other reasons to travel interstate to commit crime.
Did you come down to Victoria specifically with the purpose to commit burglary?
Yep.
And is there a reason why? Is it?
Just my area.
Okay. So
That voice you can hear questioning Barry John Williams is Detective Sergeant Wayne Mostel. He was tasked with bringing Williams down after police realised the burglaries were following a pattern.
Obviously through our investigation we noted that almost all the buildings were double-storey to 3-storey buildings and this area obviously has a medium to high socioeconomic demographic and the homes are reasonably wealthy, so we obviously believe that someone was targeting these particular style of homes.
For a long time, police couldn't work out how Williams entered and left the homes.
Some of the entries were made without any force, so we became quite suspicious that someone was actually climbing the second stories because alarms wouldn't be activated when people were home as well. People would be downstairs and sometimes he'd enter the homes in the second story and gain entry and commit the burglaries whilst people were obviously in their homes.
Turns out, Williams maintained the body of an athlete and was clearly not afraid of heights.
how did you get up there?
Just like a jungle gym, just climbed up.
I would probably put it down to the fact that he perfected his craft. He was very good at what he did and he trained for it. He trained, he stayed fit and the way he operated and the way he committed his crimes was basically to use his physical size and his ability to get into buildings.
And Williams knew what he was looking for. In fact, you could say he was a bit of a jewellery snob.
Did you find your jewellery or?
No, nothing that I liked.
Okay, so you went through, there was jewellery there, so what was the way of jewellery?
I wouldn't call high-end jewellery.
Okay, so you've got a pretty good knowledge of jewellery?
Yep.
Once inside Melbourne's wealthier homes, there was no shortage of things to pinch.
2 Tiffany necklaces.
Yep.
$100,000 in cash notes.
Yep.
Tiffany's bracelet,
Yep.
3 white gold diamond rings.
Yep.
But after months of investigation, Williams made his first mistake.
We obtained a reasonably good still of Mr. Williams when he was tampering with a CCTV camera, and that still was put on the front page of the Herald Sun newspaper, and a lot of information that was obtained as a result of that image itself created the basis for our investigation.
In his interview with police, Williams recalls that confronting Herald Sun front page.
So you remember the headline in the newspaper?
Yeah,
Spiderman Burglar?
Oh, it freaked me out.
From that point on, Williams knew his arrest was only a matter of time. But that didn't stop the burglaries. Night after night, he'd head out around 5 or 6 p.m, driving to look for houses that seemed easy to rob. The most important thing, high fences that he could hide behind.
So I don't get no nasty surprise when I come out of the property.
Yeah,
Someone's there.
so don't build a high fence or have high gates.
That's it, mate. That's it. You want people to access your property.
Williams says he targeted homes that seemed empty, but they weren't always.
As I came out, I had to go past another room, and that's where I think I seen a boy look up. He sat up in his bed, and then that's when I just climbed out as quick as I can and got out of there.
How do you think you might have felt when you saw him?
Well, he wasn't screaming. He wasn't. He just maybe just sat up and thought, "Is that someone out there?" Or, I don't know.
By this stage, police had worked out that there would be a surge in burglaries whenever Williams was in Melbourne. Finally, acting on a tip-off from a member of the public, police tracked Williams down to a house he just burgled. Within hours, he was arrested and brought in for questioning.
Does my family know up in what's happening?
Not yet, no.
I said, I don't know what's going down. They don't know I've been.
Not yet.
Okay.
Williams confessed to everything, even telling police the tricks he used to try and stay one step ahead of them.
Always change the colour of the bag for that reason. Because, dividends, man.
Now,
It links you.
He also pointed out what he says were false claims being made by homeowners.
the owner of the property indicates that there was a tattoo watch and some jewellery.
Yeah, I wish there was.
Okay.
Yeah, I wish there was something. I wish there was, anything.
Detective Sergeant Mostel says he felt Williams was relieved his life of crime was over for now.
I think it took a load off his chest. I think he'd been waiting to be arrested. He even indicated that to us, that it had been some time coming.
And Williams had done so many burgs, he struggled to remember them all.
I can put my hand up to it, doing it, but I don't.
I couldn't give an estimation of how much he actually got away with, but as I said, we were investigating crimes from 2007 until his arrest, and they were quite, and some of those burglars were of quite high value. In the end, what he actually got charged with was around about $400,000 worth.
Barry Spiderman Williams will serve at least the next 3 years behind bars. After that, he's told police he plans to turn his back on his life of crime. This is one crim who says he just grew tired of looking over his shoulder.
I was really actually waiting for his to come and arrest me.
And they did. And once Barry Williams gets out of jail, he's expected to return to New South Wales, where he faces more burglary charges.